It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Cowboys and the Raiders, and it's coming up next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you, and I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win, and I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Raiders for their opening drive, and at the helm in his first year in silver and black, 6th season overall, Gardner Minshew.
And he's someone who brings a ton of personality with him, but don't let that fool you. He's more than playing winning football at this level, and has actually done so. I don't know if he's their long-term answer under center, but as long as he trots out there, they'll have a puncher's chance and maybe a bit more to compete with any team they line up against.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Minshew. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's Madison running on first down. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Anytime you hear the term an explosive run, most teams I know define that as any run over 10 yards, and they got that and more.
DraftKings is now live. Streaming Madden NFL 25, NFL 25 Raiders franchise mode.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible.
Now Minshew has it knocked out. Fumble.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. This is 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Up the middle, here's Elliott.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Fights him off. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Elliott, toss right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are on the board first here in Vegas.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Going to run with Madison again. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. It's a net of 40 there, punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. On play action, Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Prescott now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And again, it's Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Elliott running right. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Max Crosby, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Prescott to throw it. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing. Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, Prescott off and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. 2nd and 5. As they've got it as we resume action. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Minshew sets to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll go Madison up the middle. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off play action, it's Minshew. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this 2nd quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
To throw is Prescott. Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. This 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st down, Cowboys.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll drop to throw. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Aubrey now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a give to Madison. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, the way things have been going to this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, and we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular one it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but
The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Minshew. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Minshew. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
That would complete to Trey Tucker. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Flush to his right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man coverage was so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
At the Raiders' 32-yard line.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Cowboys.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Fires a slant complete to Tolbert. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
At the 22-yard line.
Now Prescott. Able to shake him off. Pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, In racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Very quick throw. He's got Myers.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It'll be Minshew again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. This goes out wide from Madison. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
The kick by Carlson is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just one more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Back in his home state, Royce Freeman getting the carry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Back to throw, Rush.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Rush working from the gun.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
First carry of the game for Zamir White.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
45 yards rushing for him now to this point. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
They'll toss to Davis.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Coming left, it's Freeman. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. He'll drop this off for Davis.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Rush. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even start to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the draw, it's White. And he'll get it inside the 35.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They keep it on the ground. White again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Good for a Las Vegas.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. After 10 yards.
White running to the left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Zamir White.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And the lead drops from 34 to 27. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Rush.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They go play action with Rush.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. And now a 10th carry for Freeman.
And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw is Rush.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength. He showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he? No. Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And here's Zamir White returning to the field.
So a 6-carry drive the last go-around, touchdown on the end of it. We'll see if they can duplicate that here.
I think that they would like to. I know every runner that we've ever met would love to carry the ball more and more and more. In fact, we keep a ball in the booth just for demonstration purposes.
You're holding it right now.
I'm going to give it to you. Is it heavy? Is it that heavy?
No, it's pretty light.
It's pretty light, right? So keep giving it to him and let him do his work. It's not going to slow him down.
If it's light for me, it's definitely light for him. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Now it's O'Connell.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
On the handoff, it's Laube.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Trey Tucker,
A 14-yard touchdown.
and the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dallas offense set for this next drive. But the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's O'Connell.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Boy, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Now we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Throwing on 2nd and long. O'Connell throw right side, pulled in by Mayer.
No gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Back to throw, O'Connell. That is caught.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
56 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Fakes the handoff. Now O'Connell to throw.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. They defer to White out of the shotgun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense.
What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire. But at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up the sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They give it to Freeman up the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here's 3rd and 10.
Throwing here, Rush.
That is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.